Well, Abdel Salam, Sidahmed is the regional representative for the UN High Commissioner for Human Rights, and he joins us live from Beirut. Thanks very much for talking to Al Jazeera. Now, we've heard from the UN Human Rights Chief Navi Pillay saying that Egyptian security forces should be bound by law. But when you hear authorities there openly saying that they're going to use live rounds against violent protesters, to what extent do you believe that this could actually be the case?
Well, of course, the government had the responsibility to respect lives and to respect human rights, and that is why the High Commissioner called for an investigation on what happened yesterday in terms of the dispersing of the demonstrators. Of course, everybody should be held accountable to their actions, but at the same time, the loss of life is quite disturbing, and also equally disturbing is the kind of orders that are given to the police, that they can use live ammunition, because at the end of the day, police, the law enforcement operation should really follow rules of engagement, and any police operation should really respect human rights, whatever the situation, even in a state of emergency.
But do you really...
human life.
Sorry, do you really believe, though, that security forces are going to be held accountable for the loss of more than 500 lives?
Well, they should be held accountable. There should be a credible investigation on what transpired yesterday and what could happen anytime during this period. It is definitely any value, regardless of the disputes about the figures. Any life is valuable, and it should be. The security forces should really be held accountable to what they do, and the government should make sure that they respect human rights. They respect right to life. There shouldn't be really any abuse, and there shouldn't be orders that allow the security forces to use no matter what are the pretexts and what is the accusation. So it is the responsibility of the Egyptian authorities to uphold international standards to which they have agreed to uphold.
But it's all very well, isn't it, saying there shouldn't be, but the fact is there are human rights abuses happening. So what is going to be the reaction of the UN?
Well, the UN should be, is ready, and the High Commissioner expressed even from the start of the events, that we are ready to engage with the Egyptian authorities. We are ready to provide our support. We are ready to put people on the ground to investigate, the situation and be there in the country. We are willing to speak to various stakeholders, civil society. Every voice should be heard, and we reiterate our readiness. To visit the country and to be engaging with the officials as well as other people, including the opposition and the various political forces in the country, and we should. Everybody who is detained and that any charges, they should be according to the rule of law, and we continue to be. I express our willingness to engage with the Egyptian authorities in this regard for the respect of human rights.
You've got Turkey, you've got France, you've got the United Kingdom, Australia, all urging the United Nations Security Council to meet to discuss Egypt. Is it going to do that?
Well, you know that the Secretary General of the United Nations had already expressed concerns, on the day yesterday, and the Security Council, of course, it is the one that should answer whether they are going to meet, and this is the member state decisions. But as the Human Rights Agency of the United Nations, we follow the situation closely, and we hope that also the Security Council also will be on top of the events. But we are responsible of what comes under our mandate and the mandate of the High Commissioner, obviously.
Okay, Abdel Salam, Sidahmed, thank you very much for joining us there from Beirut.